Here we go, you two.
Oh boy.
All right. Dawn and Jane, thanks for letting me stop by your house here in Hudson, which you purchased just 2 years ago. But I think you know that this isn't the first time that we worked together. So, and in fact, you actually hold the record for the most times a single client has hired me to help them buy and sell real estate over the years. Are you surprised?
No, because
No?
it wasn't just us two. It was like we were involved in a few houses here and there.
I know. Yep. And actually, by my count, we worked together 6 times in total. If that,
That's true.
And I'm not going to make you name all the addresses because that would take some time. Anyway, what I want to do though is focus a little bit on this home, which you have self-described as your last home that you plan to own.
Yes.
But walk me through the story of how we found this house and why it was uniquely perfect for your family. Like, not the house next door, that wouldn't have worked. This one worked, and tell me why.
Well, so we had lived in Florida for a couple of years and came back, and for the first time I was going to have face a commute that was pretty close to Boston. We would have loved to have come back to Hudson, but that commute just didn't appeal to me very much. So Jay helped us find a home in Bellingham, which had a really nice straight commute into Norwood. Then, as we all know, COVID happened, and I got sent home, and as things progressed along, they said, you know what? You can just work at home permanently. You never need to come back into the office. So we started thinking, well then, why not move back to Hudson? It's really where we wanted to be anyway. So we contacted Jay
Once again.
and sent him out with a special set of circumstances because our 29-year-old son was living in a basement apartment in Bellingham. So we needed a house that could accommodate 2 families almost, but not be a 2-family. We needed some separation. We needed privacy for, us, and, a 29-year-old needs privacy as well. And, a space to call his own and a space to call our own. We looked at a few things, found a couple that were sort of cobbled together.
And we're afraid of this one every time we saw it.
The address on this one sort of scared us away for a little while. Finally, Christina, the seller's realtor, convinced Jay to bring us over to take a look. And as soon as we walked in, we just knew that it was the place. It was a Cape house that had an add-on, and the family had added on almost another house, but it was like an in-law suite. And
2-car garage.
yeah, the mother and grandmother had lived in a half that had 3 bedrooms and 2 baths and a nice big open family room kitchen area. And then the Cape house was over here on this side, which was perfect because it had upstairs bedrooms that we saw potential in, but it also had a couple bedrooms on the first floor because we were thinking, we want our forever home, and our forever home is probably going to need bedrooms on the first floor at some point.
For mobility in the future, you mean?
Yeah, for mobility in the future. You always got to be thinking about that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So, as scared as we were of the address, this house, it was just it. It was the perfect house, and we're so happy here. We're, like Jay mentioned at the beginning, this is the forever house. We're firing Jay officially.
Our son has threatened that if he hears his name or sees him on a phone call, that he's just gonna...
He doesn't want to move again.
We don't want to move again, but yeah, I know this isn't a commercial for Jay, but
Sure.
I mean, it's just you always seem to manage to find the right home for us.
Yeah. I feel like you have a lot of experience as buyers and sellers. For every 100 homes that are out there, how many of them do you think are like this?
None.
None. So like you had a unique set of requirements, and we found something really special and unique for you.
Yeah.
We
Everything.
We're in the center of everything. We have family on both ends, both directions.
I love how you took all those things into account when we first talked and really like put together this list, and then getting those emails, you know, notifications of what came online. You know me, I have to be ahead of everything and everybody, which is funny because this house sat here for a while.
It did, yeah.
And nobody else sort of saw a use for it.
Didn't fit in how somebody else wanted
Yeah.
it. It fit in uniquely for us.
It needed
really
you
did.
and you needed it.
Yeah, exactly, because it was such a hot marketplace at that time. I mean, we'd pull up to a listing and there would be like 3 or 4 other cars, and everybody was jockeying for position at that time. So
Yeah, it's true.
It was a hunt, but it's totally worth it in the end. Totally worth it.
We got there.
We did.
Well, thanks for taking the time to share your story with me. And I'm so happy you landed where you landed. And although I love working with you, there's a part of me that's happy that you never have to work with me again. We found it.
We found it.
All right.
We
Yeah,
did.
but that means we can have more than a working friendship now. That
That's
means we
true.
Can just have a friendship.
Just socially.
Yes.
Yep.
I like that. All right,
Awesome.
you guys. Thank
Thanks,
you so
Jay.
much.